Hello everyone. In this video today, I'll be talking about some more options about the volumes and snapshots here. So if you have watched my previous videos, in this video I'm going to create a Windows instance which is already available. It is up and running. So here it is. And this is my public IP address, and this is my private IP address, and this is the storage, which is 30 GB attached. So this volume, will you see, is also over here. So 8 GB is of the Linux machine, so I can give it a name for Linux EC2, and this is for your Windows EC2. Sorry, I'll just fix the name, EC2. Now here, if I go here, I can add volumes and attach to it. So if I say click here and I say click create volume, and I say I can start from 100 GB, or minimum is 1 GB and maximum is up to 384 GB. Now these are of various types, so we will talk about all this in a lecture after this. What are GP2, GP3, IO1, IO2, cold HDD and Thorough HDD and magnetic standard. So currently we are going to use a GP3 or a GP2, and we'll just use another space of 10 GB. And we will talk in detail about IOPS in the same region where the system is, or we can use it. Don't create volume from snapshot, and if you want, you can always encrypt it at a later stage or now, and you can keep it. If you want, you can add a tag, and I can give it a name, and I can say new volume to it, create volume, and now I'll see that new volume is creating and is getting ready, and we can attach or detach it to an instance. So let me start my machine now. So here I am, here is my instance. So here is the IP address. I'll just copy it. I'll go here and click on my Microsoft Remote Desktop. Change the IP address here, click save, click on the username as administrator, and if you remember, I have shown this to you yesterday. Connect RDP in the previous lecture, get password, and the private key is lin key. Here it is. I upload it, I open it, I decrypt it, and I copy it, and I paste it as a password. So here is the password which I've copied from here. So if you want, you can see it, and I click on continue, and it connects me to the system. So while the system gets ready, we can go back to our AWS console, have a look at what's happening here. So we go back to instances. So this machine is getting connected now. In the meantime, we can go back to volumes, and we'll see that volume is still in the process of getting created. Click on refresh. It usually gets created very fast. So it is available, and if you want, you can attach this volume to an existing machine. Click on action, click on attach volume, and I can attach it to. So there is no instance that is running in US East 1A. So you need to understand that one of the reasons why I deliberately created in US East 1A was just to show it to you that in any zone, that instance must also be in the same zone. So we need to create a volume in US East 1E. So we'll create another volume, again 10 GB, and I'm going to use US East 1E, and I'm going to add a tag, name new volume, and I'm going to create it. So a new volume is getting created and I can remove this volume. So the objective was just to show you that the instance and the volume should be in the same zone to get connected to each other. So I'm going to delete it and it's going to get deleted now. Anyway, while it is getting deleted, the next volume is available and I click on it and I just attach it to Windows EC2. Now remember guys, every instance has got an ID and this is the ID of the instance. So I click on actions, attach volume, and I select Windows instance. Now you can see that your machines are available and the device name is this, and that's okay. And now you see that it is attached to my Windows. So if I go back to instances, click on storage, you will see here that two volumes are now going to show you as attached shortly. So I'll click here, refresh it, click on my Windows. See, the second volume is also here and it is showing that it has got 10 GB space and it was created on so and so date and it is not encrypted volume, and delete on termination is no. So it's up to us. We can anytime remove this volume, and if we want, we can attach it to any other EC2 instance in the region. So while the machine is getting ready, if we go back here and click on this, and we just write computer management. Here is your disk management. So now you see that you have got two volumes. One of the volume is not available and one of the volume is healthy and this is not available, and it is saying it is not available also because it is not a formatted volume. So right click on this, say make it online. The disk will now become online and we say initialize disk. And if we want, we can partition it, or if we want, you can use it anyway. You can divide this disk into two parts if you want. You can go to properties, you can go to this, you can go to volumes, you can go to driver, and actually you can partition it if you want, like you do it. And now if I say let's create it as a simple volume, next, so simple volume of this size, it's 8 GB, and if I say I just want 5 GB, 5000, sorry, click next and mount, assign a drive letter which is D, and I click on next, next, next. Now you see that your volume has divided or partitioned into two parts. So here it is. If you click, you can again create it into a simple volume. So now all the volumes are available and all of them are healthy. Example, go here on your disk management, all your disks are available, CDE, and it is very simple. Just to show it to you all, if I just click it here and I go on volume C and I go to users, and in the users I go to admin, or even I go to users, so let me go to C drive, root, local C drive. If I just create a new file or a new folder, it's here. I can go to D drive, I can create a new folder, And I can also create a file in this folder, and I can say new file or RTF, whatever it is, some file. I can name it as I can just type on this and just say rename and I'll give a name as some folder. So here it is. I just copy it and I can paste it in E drive if I want. So here it is. So just to show it to you that it is fully functional, and if I create a new file and I call it as text document and I just call it as a new txt file, here I go, and I can copy this. Why copy this? I can copy the entire folder, which is some folder, into C drive, and I think wherever it was, I'll just give it a paste. See, here it is. Here was your new folder that was created earlier. Now here is some folder, and in some folder we can copy new folder. So it is working as perfectly, and all of them are healthy. And at any point of time, if you just go there in your system, and if I go to my folders, volumes, at any point of time, if you click and you select detach or force detach volume, just to remove it, and type detach here, this volume will be removed from the system. And if you refresh it, this volume, you will see it is won't be connected to the system. If I click on here, see here the system, this is gone now. So just to show it to you, you can anytime attach or detach the volume. So if you create a new instance, you can simply go and you can attach the volume, and the files will be already present over there and they can be used. So it is just like a command. There is no plug and play. You don't have to do anything. Just attach, just detach, and the system will automatically get added or removed into the file system. And if you see, your files are still intact and they are not going to go anywhere. So here it is. They are still in your C folder, and your new file text, some text, and whatever it is, this PC, you have created it wherever local disk C drive, sorry, here it is, some folder is there and your files are still there. Now if we go back here, we will see that the system is available, but it is not in use or linked to any instances. At any point of time, if you want, you can delete it. Now just select it, and at any point of time you can just say delete volume, and the volume will be deleted. Remember, it costs you to create a volume and leave it. So it's always good to have a volume attached to a system, but remember, it will cost you, and the cost can be checked on the Amazon pricing policy. Now when we talk of lifecycle manager, this is all about your EBS snapshot policy. So we will be discussing about this and snapshots in the next video of ours. Thanks for watching. See you next.